Okay, so you are a human. Because I was about to ask.
No, like that's the worst thing in basketball where you have to shoot a free throw with nobody on the line. I don't really think about it like that during games. Like when I pulled up for the record, like that was the only way I was going to get the record was just a long three. I had to.
Pat McAfee just dropped a bombshell about Caitlin Clark that's got the WNBA world spinning. What could one rookie possibly do to shake up an entire league? Stick around as we unpack the Clark-sized waves hitting women's basketball. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. You might think you've seen basketball prodigies before, but Clark is different. She's not just good for a rookie. She's good, period.
You knew immediately then you were going to be a member of the Fever, right? Is that accurate?
Yeah, it was pretty set in stone.
Okay, so you are a human. Because I was about to ask.
No, like that's the worst thing in basketball where you have to shoot a free throw with nobody on the line.
What makes her stand out in a league full of stars? The answer might surprise you. From the moment Caitlin Clark stepped onto the WNBA court, she's been turning heads and dropping jaws. This isn't your typical rookie season, folks. Clark's making waves that are rippling through the entire league, and it's got everyone talking. Let's break it down. First up, her scoring ability. Clark's not just putting up decent numbers for a newcomer, she's challenging the league's top scorers right out of the gate. We're talking about a rookie who's fearlessly going toe-to-toe with WNBA veterans and holding her own. It's like she skipped the learning curve and went straight to superstar mode. But hold on, because scoring is just the tip of the iceberg. Clark's playmaking skills? Off the charts. She's finding teammates for easy buckets like she's got eyes in the back of her head. Most rookies are still figuring out the speed of the pro game, but Clark? She's already dishing assists like a seasoned point guard. Now, let's talk about that long-range game. Clark's got a three-point shot that's giving defenders nightmares. She's not just making shots from deep, she's making them look easy. And when you've got a player who can pull up from anywhere on the court, it changes everything. Defenses have to spread out, which opens up the entire floor for her team. But here's where it gets really interesting. It's not just about physical skills with Clark. Her basketball IQ is on another level. She's reading defenses, anticipating moves, and making decisions that have people wondering if she's got a crystal ball hidden in her jersey. It's like watching a chess grandmaster, always thinking 3 moves ahead. You know what's crazy? Clark's playing with the confidence and savvy of a 10-year vet, but she's barely unpacked her bags in the league. It's this combination of skills, smarts, and fearlessness that's making her stand out in a league that's already packed with incredible talent. So, what's the impact of all this? Well, Clark isn't just fitting into the WNBA, she's reshaping it. Every game, every play, she's pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible for a rookie, and it's not going unnoticed. Clark's not just making history, she's rewriting the rulebook on rookie seasons. Think you know what a first-year player can do? Think again. Clark's shattering expectations faster than she's breaking records. And speaking of records, let's talk numbers. Clark's stats aren't just good for a rookie, they're good, period. She's not just contributing to her team's offense, she's leading it. We're seeing assists, points, and three-pointers at a rate that's making veteran players do a double take. It's like she skipped the adjusting to the pro game phase and went straight to dominating the league mode. But here's where it gets wild. There's actual MVP buzz surrounding Clark. You heard that right, MVP, for a rookie. That's not just unusual, it's practically unheard of. Most first-year players are just trying to find their footing, but Clark, she's got people wondering if she might be the best player in the entire league. Now you might be thinking, okay, but how does she stack up against other rookies? Well, let's just say it's not even close. While other first-year players are making solid impacts, Clark is in a league of her own. Take the Angel Reese situation. Reese is having a great rookie year, no doubt. But Clark? She's not just outperforming her fellow rookies, she's outperforming most of the league. What sets Clark apart isn't just her physical skills, it's her basketball IQ. She's playing the game like it's chess while everyone else is playing checkers. She anticipates defenses, makes strategic plays, and sees opportunities that most players, rookie or veteran, just don't see. It's like watching a seasoned pro in a rookie's jersey. But Clark's impact goes way beyond the stat sheet. You want to know how much she's changing the game? Look at the ticket prices. We're talking courtside seats hitting $2,000 for a WNBA game. That's not just impressive, it's unprecedented. The excitement around Clark is drawing comparisons to Beatlemania. Yeah, you read that right. A basketball player is getting the kind of attention usually reserved for rock stars.
The whole world is looking at
By
you.
myself, I was like, oh my gosh, it'd be really bad if I airballed right now.
This isn't just about one player having a good season. Clark is single-handedly elevating the entire league. The media coverage is off the charts. Every game she plays becomes an event. She's not just a player, she's becoming the face of the WNBA. And it's not just fans who are taking notice. Coaches, analysts, and fellow players are all talking about Clark's game. They're breaking down her plays, studying her techniques, and trying to figure out how to stop her. But here's the thing. Even when teams know what's coming, they can't seem to stop her. What Clark is doing is forcing us to rethink what's possible in women's basketball. She's pushing the boundaries of the sport, showing us new ways to play, new levels of skill and strategy. And she's doing it all with a confidence that's infectious. When Clark steps on the court, you can feel the energy change. Everyone, players, fans, even the announcers, sits up a little straighter, knowing they're about to see something special. Just when you thought Clark couldn't make any more waves, she's causing a tsunami in the WNBA. Think you know how much one player can change a league? Think again. Clark's not just playing the game, she's changing it. Let's talk about the Clark effect. It's not just about her skills on the court, it's about how she's transforming the entire WNBA landscape. We're seeing something unprecedented here, folks. A rookie who's not just living up to the hype, but blowing past it and taking the whole league along for the ride. First up, let's talk numbers. TV ratings, through the roof. Merchandise sales, skyrocketing. Social media engagement, off the charts. Clark isn't just a player, she's a phenomenon. She's bringing in fans who've never watched a WNBA game before. People who couldn't tell you the difference between a pick and roll and a pizza roll are suddenly tuning in to watch Clark work her magic. But it's not just about the numbers. Clark's style of play is changing the game itself. Teams are having to rethink their strategies. Coaches are scratching their heads, trying to figure out how to contain her. It's like she's playing chess while everyone else is still setting up the checkerboard. You might be wondering, can one player really have that much impact? Well, when it comes to Clark, the answer is a resounding yes. She's not just attracting die-hard basketball fans. She's pulling in casual viewers, people who might have flipped past a WNBA game before. Now, they're setting reminders so they don't miss a single Clark highlight. This isn't just good for Clark or her team, it's a game changer for the entire WNBA. More eyes on the games mean more sponsorship opportunities, more media coverage, more everything. Clark's success is lifting all boats in the WNBA harbor. But here's where it gets really interesting. Clark's impact goes beyond just this season. She's changing perceptions about women's basketball. Kids are watching her and dreaming bigger. Aspiring players are studying her moves, trying to emulate her style.
I don't really think about it like that during games. Like when I pulled up for the record, like that was the only way I was going to get the record, was just a long three. I had to. Come
Okay,
on.
so you do like 10,000 shots a day growing up? What was, like, legit here, you just like, you've been addicted to basketball?
She's not just a star, she's becoming an icon. And let's not forget the ripple effect on the game itself. Clark's long-range shooting and fearless play are pushing other players to elevate their game. It's like she's single-handedly raising the bar for what's possible on a basketball court. You know what's wild? This is just the beginning. Clark's rookie season is like the first chapter of a book that's promising to be a bestseller. The WNBA has seen stars before, but Clark, she's in a league of her own. So, what does all this mean for the future of the WNBA? Well, if Clark keeps this up, we might be looking at a whole new era for women's basketball. Higher profiles, bigger contracts, more mainstream attention, all because one rookie decided to come in and shake things up.